Hi everyone, John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga, and welcome to Power Hour Yoga. This is a 60-minute power Vinyasa yoga practice, which just means we're going to be moving with breath. So this is the title of our class today, Take a Stand. Take a Stand. So with that title, I'm going to be featuring two standing yoga postures. One you might be familiar with, and that's dancer pose, which is a balancing posture. And the other one is, I have to think about it for a second, because it's a long one. It is half bound lotus stretch. Half bound lotus stretch. Alrighty, can you think about what that might be? Well, we'll be working up to that particular pose, and that's going to be our take a stand practice. So here's the props you're going to be using today. I'm going to suggest that you have something stackable. Usually blocks. This is what I typically use. If you've got some books that you can stack up, even the seat of a chair or a table or a wall, something like that. Something that's going to help you with some of the balancing postures and transitions, okay? So a couple of yoga blocks, and that's really it for this practice. Of course, your yoga mat, you might want to get some bottled water and a hand towel, and we are ready to go. So let's begin, as always, in mountain pose. So I invite you to stand near the top of your mat with your feet about hip distance apart, toes forward here. You might roll your shoulders. Actually, let's do that together. Take a few moments and just roll your shoulders. Big circles backward and forward. And as you're doing that a few times, both directions, take some deep breaths. You can breathe in through the nose, exhale through your nose or through your mouth. Just kind of loosening things up here in the shoulders. Part of our postures that we're going to be featuring today are going to involve our shoulders. We want to make sure they're nice and loose and limber, ready to go. So as you're getting tuned in with your breath, you can just bring your body and mind to a place of stillness, quiet, and just continue with slow, steady breaths in and out. You want to breathe in a way that you can feel your breath, so you might even feel the lungs expand with each inhale. And with each exhale, you want to draw your navel inward towards your spine. So you want to have this feeling of breath moving through your body. And also breathe in a way that you can hear your breaths. Kind of this oceanic sound, like the waves rushing in onto the beach. You can do this with your eyes opened, and you can certainly do this with your eyes closed. Any way that helps you to tune in, connect, and be more present as we begin our practice together. Slow, steady breaths. Go ahead and just take 2 more breaths. That's it. And before we get into our half salute to the sun, just a very simple movement with the arms, since we want to warm up the shoulders. Go ahead and inhale, extend your arms out and up into the air, just to reach and a stretch. Exhale, bring your arms back down. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Make sure there's good energy in your hands and fingers. Exhale, reaching out across the room, and then back down by your side. Let's just go ahead and continue. We'll go with our half salute. We're going to inhale again, reaching arms up into the sky. Exhale, hinging from your hips, fold forward. Bend your knees a little. Let your hands come down. Your head will lower. Your back will naturally round. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees to extend your spine so you're long and flat like a table. Exhale to fold. Hold for a moment in forward fold. Even a little weight shift forward towards your toes where you feel like you need to grip your mat with your toes. That way you won't topple over. And also you might even feel the backs of your legs, kind of in your hamstrings area, that will engage. So again, that helps you not to fall forward. Now go ahead and shift your weight back towards your heels. Bend your knees, feel like you're going to sit down into a low chair. Look forward, take your arms out to the side, then inhale and stand up all the way. Reach up into the sky, big stretch. Exhale, arms back down by your side. Just pause for a moment when you're finished. Take a breath. Let's do that same sequence again. Same forward fold and back up to standing. Half salute. Inhale, reach into the air. Exhale, swan dive forward. Good hinge of hips. Bend your knees, make your way downward. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward, long, flat back. Exhale, back down we go.
Hold for a few moments here. Let the head go loose here, and even feel free to roll your shoulders again down here. And then once again, shifting your weight back into your heels, bend your knees, look forward, spread your wings. Inhale and stand up very tall. Reach up into the air. There's your stretch. Exhale, arms back down by your side. Very nice. Come back to stillness. Take a breath or two. Nice. We're going to continue with our full Sun Salutation, just moving at your own pace. Here we go. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, lengthening. Exhale, fold forward. Make your way down, soft knees, take your time. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel your head move forward. Exhale, bend your knees enough to bring your hands down to the mat and just step or walk both feet back to the back end of your mat until you're in a long straight line, plank pose. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips up into the air, downward facing dog. Once here with hips nice and high, make an adjustment with your feet. Maybe your hands, even spread out your fingers wide, pressing firmly into the floor with the hands. So there's a good energy in the arms that rises right up into your shoulders, chest, and back. Knees are slightly bent, heels lifted initially, hips nice and high. You might want to pedal the feet here too. So pressing one heel down towards the floor, perhaps an exhale as you feel that press, just so you feel that stretch quality in your calf muscles. And just take your time as you pedal the feet. This is certainly an option. You can just hold in stillness in down dog if you'd like. And then come back to center and stillness. Let's get ready to move. Breathe in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extending spine. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, come up to standing. Reach up into the air. And exhale, arms back down by your side. Another pause here. Once again, just roll out the shoulders. Deep breath. And we'll go ahead and continue with our Sun Salutation Series B. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, take chair pose this time, sitting back into the imaginary seat. Then inhale, reaching out through the arms. Exhale, diving forward, down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Just feel the fully extended spine. Exhale, fold and bend, hands to the mat. Walk both feet back into plank pose. Once you're here, breathe in. Exhale, bend elbows, lower your way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press hands into the floor, straightening your arms until your chest lifts facing forward into a back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, then hips into the air, downward facing dog. Let's just pause for a quick moment, settle into the pose. Then continue. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you. And exhale, let's bring right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel turns to the floor behind you. Make sure there's good weight in that back foot, steadiness and balance. Extended torso out over right thigh. Then inhale, rise up, reach up into the air, warrior one. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Let's step back into plank pose. Bend elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs as you lower your way down slowly. Inhale, press away from the floor with the hands, strong, straight arms, heart forward, up dog. Exhale, onto toes, lifting knees and hips, downward facing dog. Pause to arrive. Inhale, extend left leg up into the air. And exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the floor behind you, shifting weight back there. Long torso out over left thigh. Inhale, rising high, reaching into the air. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Let's step back into plank. Finish your flow. Bend elbows. Lower your way down. Chaturanga. Inhale, flowing right up into up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's pause here. Deep breaths. We're going to make our way down to the floor for our bridge pose. You can just kneel down to take a seat or hop forward, cross your legs. Take a seat in the center of your mat and go ahead and roll down onto your back. Lie down with knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and just hold here for a moment to let your back settle into the ground. A little softening effect here. Take some deep breaths while you're here as well. Good. Now go ahead and inhale and fill up your lungs. Exhale, empty your belly, feel that nice engagement in the low belly, and then lift your hips away from the ground, right up towards the sky. With the upper body, you might want to rock your upper body left and right a little bit in order to get your arms and shoulders underneath you as best as you can. It just opens up the chest a little bit more. And if you want to use your arms or hands, you can use your hands to literally lift yourself up, or just bend your arms at 90 degrees, pressing the elbows and the backs of your arms down into the ground in order to stay afloat here, stable and strong. You might even find that you can lift a little higher. Continue with your deep breathing. Imagine that you are sending the breath through the whole front side of your body. 2 more breaths. Now, some of our work today is going to involve some back bends too. All right, wiggle your toes forward a little bit. Extend your arms straight up into the air, and then roll your way back down to the ground. Go ahead and hug knees into chest. Start to rock forward and back, just creating some momentum. And with a good exhale, rock your way up to seated so we can come to boat pose right here. So it's an angled position, so your torso is long at an angle, lifting chin slightly, so the neck is in the same alignment as the spine. The legs can be straight here, but they don't have to be. You can bend the knees here, holding on to the backs of the legs to support your body. We're going to move. Let's breathe in first. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hands on the floor in front, step back into plank pose. Hold here for a moment. Now you're going to set your right knee onto the ground, just your right knee. Tap the right foot and send the right foot off to the right side of your mat. It might even be off the mat a little bit. And then just start to turn sideways here towards the left side of the room, taking your left arm up into the air. So we're in side plank, using the variation of placing the knee on the ground. Let's reach straight up into the air initially with the left hand. Flex the left foot. You can keep the foot on the ground, or if you can, just lift it off the floor. And then start to extend your left hand over your head, past your head, towards the front of the room here. And maybe feel a little stretch and lengthening through the left side of your body. Let's breathe in. Exhale, lower the foot. Bring the left hand to the floor. Come back to hands and knees here. Let's do cat and cow. So inhale, look up or forward, arching the back, a little back bend feel. Exhale, rounding the spine. Do that one more time. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Tuck toes, lift knees, plank pose. Then reset the left knee onto the ground. Send the left foot off to the left side of the room. We're just making a kickstand so you have some balance. So we can turn sideways, facing the right side of the room. Right hand reaching straight up into the air initially. So the right leg is straight. The right foot is flexed to keep that leg energized. And as you're able, lifting the foot just a few inches off the ground, and then sending the right hand over your head towards the front of the room. Reach in these opposite directions so there is that stretch quality. This does take some balance. I can feel my body really working hard in order to maintain the balance. That's why we have that kickstand with the left foot. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let's return to the earth. Right hand, right knee, bring your kickstand back in. 2 more breaths, cat and cow. Starting with cow, that's the inhale or back bend. Exhale, round. One more time. Come to a neutral tabletop position. Tuck toes. Lift knees and hips, downward facing dog. Let's continue with the lunge sequence here. Go ahead and inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, back to warrior 1. Plant that left heel into the ground. Long torso out of our right thigh. Inhale, rising up, reach up. Exhale, opening now to warrior 2. Here's our warrior 2. I like to take my feet out a little wider, lunging a little deeper. Nice extension through the arms. Hold for a moment. And while you're holding, let's just check some alignment with this front leg. Want to make sure the right knee is bent. It's not hovering past the heel or toes. Just kind of back and it's right over the heel or ankle bone. And the right knee and toes are pointing directly forward. Let's follow this right hand forward to angle the upper half of the body. Rotate the arms, reach down and reach up. We'll be in side angle pose. You can even take this left hand overhead a little bit for that same left side body stretch. Stay here for a few breaths. We're going to add a little bit to this. From here, you're just going to bring your left hand down behind you to your low back, or even your left hip. You can roll this left shoulder back, maybe a couple circles, 2 or 3 is fine, and then just hold it back behind you, right there, okay? Now this right hand can either stay hovering like mine is, or reach down and actually touch the ground or bring in your stacked books or blocks. Let's inhale, re-extend left hand up into the air, turn to face the floor, fold and bend, bring the hands to the floor. Let's step back into plank pose, hold. And then return with a shortcut to downward facing dog. Here, inhale, extend left leg up into the sky. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Plant that right heel down behind you, find that balance, extend your torso, then inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opening warrior two. Settle in, make some adjustments with the feet if you'd like. Check in with alignment with this left foot. Knee and toes pointing forward. Nice inner thigh release or stretch. There we are. Side angle, so reach forward, following the left hand forward. Rotate the arms, reach up and reach down. That downward facing hand, you can even bring it to the ground or a stacked set of blocks. Then send your right arm overhead, reaching, lengthening through right side of the body. Couple breaths here. And then bring the right hand down behind you to your low back. Let's roll the right shoulder back a few times, 2 or 3 times. On that last time, hold it back to really open up through the chest. And even feeling like your pelvis is pushing forward towards the right side of the room a little bit. And then we'll inhale, re-extend right hand up into the air. Exhale, turn, fold, bend, bring the hands to the floor, step back, plank pose, hold to realign. Slowly come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come to standing, reach up. And exhale, arms down by your side. Good. Alrighty, let's get into some balancing. And of course, we like to start with tree pose. So make sure you're standing nice and tall, balanced on 2 feet. Start shifting your weight over into your right foot. Root down into the floor. Feel a nice lengthened spine. Feel tall as you inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, engage your belly, then peel the left foot up off the floor, lifting the foot, maybe a flexed foot down there. Thigh comes to parallel to the ground, then swing the knee out to the side. Nice hip opening here. And placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Inhale, reach up into the air. Feel lifted, just reach, stretch high. Hold for a couple breaths. Very nice. Let's keep the arms extended. Let's swing that left knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Just to keep that leg energized, then plant the foot into the floor. Rebalance on 2 feet as you bring your arms back down by your side. Shake this out if you'd like. Very nice. Get yourself steady, and we'll do the other side. And start shifting weight into the left foot, press firmly into the floor, strong leg. Inhale, lengthen spine, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage your center, floating right foot up. Swing knee out to the side, hip opener, placing foot on the inside of the standing leg. Make sure everything is facing forward, especially through the hips. Then inhale, sweep your arms up into the air. Exhale, engage the abdominal lock, drawing navel inward towards spine. Let's hold here for a couple breaths. So this is our initiation into some balancing, because both of our featured poses are actually balancing postures. All right, let's reach high. Let's swing that right knee forward, lifting knee with the flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground, arms down by your side.
Shake this out. Okay, now we're going to do another set of balance right here before we flow again. Just a little variation of that tree. Once again, start shifting weight into right foot. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage. Let's float the left foot up. Catch the knee or shin with the left hand. And then swing it out to the side. Just keep holding on to it. Take the right hand up into the air initially, like this, and then bring it down behind you, right there. Okay, just holding this posture. I'm just going to add on to this. Keep this left knee lifted, left foot lifted, and if you can, reach down and grab the ankle, or just as low as you can reach. And what you're going to do, instead of just tree pose where you bring the foot to the inside of the standing leg, we're going to bring it over to the opposite leg, right to the hip bone. Okay, and you can see I'm just kind of putting my heel up against the pelvis there and just kind of turning the toes down. I'm just holding on to the ankle. Alrighty, so this is our second balancing position. Couple breaths here. See if you can roll both shoulders back. Just expand through the chest a little bit. Okay, let's kick this foot back out to the side right there. Even hold on to the knee. Swing the knee forward. Place foot on the ground. Let's take both arms up into the air so we realign everything, and then arms back down. Okay, let's do the other side. Same thing. Start shifting weight into left foot, root. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage center. Let's get the right foot up. Catch the shin or knee. Take it out to the side. Hold that for a moment. Let's inhale, take the left hand up into the air initially. And then you exhale, bring the hand down behind you to low back. Hold here for a moment. Nice hip opener. Okay, we're going to reposition this hand. Go get that ankle or just below the shin. Again, almost like tree, instead of placing it on the inside of the leg, we're bringing the heel over towards the pelvis on the other leg. Turn the toes down. Okay, so the whole leg kind of drops open a little bit. It's kind of a little outer spiral. And then roll the shoulders back just to feel the chest expand. Alrighty? Okay, let's kick that foot back out. Swing the knee forward. Plant the foot. Inhale, take both arms up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Very nice. Take a couple breaths. And let's go ahead and continue our flow. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, take chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, dive out of your seat back down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let's step back into plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up into the air. Let's open the hip here by bending the right knee. Bring heel down towards backside, lifting the knee slightly up towards ceiling to get some of that hip release and a slight bend or slight twist in the spine. Breathe in. Exhale to unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel turns and plants into the floor securely. Extended torso as you now hinge up. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Settle in. Right away, side angle. Right hand down, left hand up. Breathe in here. Exhale, turn. Let's bring the hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Just a nice flow of the body. Up dog. And your exhale to guide you to downward facing dog. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, take left leg up. Bend and twist so the heel comes down. Lifting the knee for the twist in the spine and the nice opening in the hip area. Breathe in again. Exhale to unwind it so you can step through. Left foot to the top. Right heel plants into the floor. Extended torso. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Settle in. Side angle right away. Reach out, rotate the arms. Inhale, reach up and down. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. Let's step back into plank pose and complete the whole series. Right through to up dog and downward facing dog. Pause here. Okay, we're going to take another seat.
So you can just kneel down to take your seat or hop forward, cross your legs, take a seat. You might want to scoot back a little bit if you need to because we're going to extend the legs. So we'll start in staff pose. So you're going to straighten the legs, flex the feet to energize the straight legs, hands on the floor by your hips, push into the ground to help you extend spine. Once again, roll shoulders back. Nice long neck, look directly forward. This is the pose. Okay, Dandasana or staff pose. A couple breaths. As you inhale, you just want to feel the chest expand, but even imagine you're sending breath down through the legs, right through the heels of your feet, and even up through your torso, through the crown of your head. One more breath in and out. Let's add on. Next, inhale, let's just extend both arms up into the air. Exhale, start to hinge forward. You can even bring your hands down to the legs. Just let them land where they land. Inhale, just to find some more extension through the spine as best as you can. Exhale, maybe hinge forward, step the hands down the legs a little bit. Now, it's okay if the hands are still at your knees or shins or ankles. You might be able to touch your toes. You can even bend your knees if you need to, especially if you want to go a little deeper. I'm going to bend my knees slightly, let my back round, and go a little deeper, and I'm able to reach right underneath my feet here. It's mainly because I put that good bend in the knees. Let's hold this forward fold for a moment. Take some deep breaths. And as you're able, even breathe into your back body. Feel as if the whole backside is expanding as you inhale, as you inflate your lungs. As you exhale, draw belly in just to engage the center, but also creates a little bit more space in the belt line, perhaps providing a little bit more space as you fold. Okay, just 2 more breaths in this seated forward fold. And we're going to inhale, reach forward with the hands, lift up, return to your L shape with the body, looking forward, arms up. Exhale, and hands down by your side. Maybe just returning briefly to hero. Shoulders roll back, nice lengthened spine, open heart. Okay, soften just a little bit. Okay, some more seated positions. Okay, we're going to bend the left knee. Bring the left foot to the inner right thigh. Okay, this is just the initial place here. We're going to place it somewhere else in a moment. Okay, so just sit up nice and tall. And start to hinge forward just a tiny bit. Okay, we're not going to go very far. Just to continue this nice stretch through the right leg and hamstring. Okay, but we're not done yet. Okay, because we're going to rise back up. Take this same left foot, place it on this right upper thigh as high as you can, as close to the belt line as you can. And even hold on to the foot with 1 or 2 hands. Now this left knee may not touch the floor, and it doesn't have to touch the floor at all, actually. It can just stay kind of level here, and if you need a little extra support, that's where a block can come in handy. Still holding onto the foot and ankle. Let's inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, fold. Okay, maybe a little deeper than that first fold we just did. Okay, so a different sensation. Not only do we feel this in the hamstring and this whole extended right leg, but we got the significant knee bend and hip opener as well. All right, 2 more breaths. We're going to rise back up nice and tall. Let's release this left leg, re-extend it out onto the floor. Even let that go loose. You can let both legs go loose and kind of shake it out. All right, and the other side, just going to bend the right knee. Bring the right foot to left inner thigh. Maybe hands on the floor just to help you extend spine. We're going to inhale. Exhale, hinge forward just a little bit. So this is basically called Janu Shirshasana, or head to knee pose. But we're not going down low at all, just a slight hinge in the hips so we can just really experience the stretch in the left hamstring. Let's go ahead and rise back up. Now we're going to take this right foot with a flexed foot, okay, and place it as high as you can on this left thigh, close to the belt line here. You can just hold on to the foot and ankle or shin. I like to keep the foot flexed because it keeps things pretty stabilized. And just hold on to it. And you can bring in a block underneath that right knee so it feels a little bit more comfortable there. Okay, inhale nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Take your time with this. You certainly want to be aware of the bend of this knee. In case there's a little tightness there, you may not want to fold very deeply, or you can even loosen or soften where this foot is. You can even bring it down a little lower if you need to today, okay? But if you can bring it up high towards belt line, go for that, even if it's just for a breath or two. All right, let's rise back up. Let's re-extend the right leg. Let's come back briefly to staff pose, to a nice energized posture. All right, let's go back to boat pose. So lean back, bend the knees, leaning back until the feet can easily float into the air. Nicely extended spine. Couple breaths. All right, we're going to breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. Re-extend. Lengthen, hold. Okay, let's take a shortcut to down dog. Let's add on a little bit more. We're going to add a twist here. Let's inhale, extend right leg up into the air. Bend and twist. That's a little twist in the spine. Hip opener, unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel plants, of course. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Settle in. Side angle, reach forward, rotate the arms. Right hand down, left hand up. Reach high through this left hand. Inhale as you do so. As you exhale, bring the left hand down behind you to low back. Roll the left shoulder back, maybe a couple circles here if you'd like, and hold it back. Let's twist. We're going to revolve this pose. Inhale, left hand up into the air. Exhale, turn to bring this left hand down to the floor, or bring in some stacked blocks, which I'm doing at the moment. So we'll hand on blocks. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you so everything's facing forward. Take your right arm off to the right side and just rotate your torso towards the right side. So there's our revolving side angle pose. Not done yet. One extra piece here. Bring the right hand down behind you to your low back. Or if you can, reach around and maybe you can touch the left hip. 2 more breaths. Let's inhale, re-extend the right hand up into the air. Exhale, turn so you can bring both hands to the floor, so you might want to move your blocks out of the way. Press the palms into the ground. Slide right foot back, plank pose, straight line. Shortcut to down dog. Let's do the same thing other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist. As you exhale, unwind it, step through. Warrior one. Inhale to float up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Right away, side angle. Rotate the arms, reach high and low. Inhale to reach a little higher through the right hand. When you exhale, bring the right hand down behind you to low back. And again, a few circles just to loosen up the shoulders. Hold it back for a moment. We're going to get ready to revolve or twist to this pose. So let's go ahead and inhale, take right hand up into the air. Exhale, turn, bring the right hand down to the floor or blocks. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you, everything nicely aligned facing forward. Extend left arm off to the left side as you turn your torso towards the left side of the room. Hold here briefly to arrive. And then bring the left hand down behind you, either to low back, or maybe you can feel around near the right hip. And let's inhale, re-extend left hand up into the air. Exhale to unwind, plant the hands into the mat. Step back, plank pose. Hold for a few seconds, straight line. Let's bring both knees back down to the ground. We're going to repeat a pose we did earlier. Swing the right foot off to the right side, making a kickstand. Extend left leg back, stay on your toes, knee lifted. Open your torso towards left side. Right here, side plank. Flex the left foot so you can lift it up off the floor. Extend left hand over your head, reaching past your head. We're going to turn this into a back bend. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, Bend the left knee, bring your heel towards backside. Take the left hand behind you. Maybe you can grab hold of the ankle or shin or foot. Hold on to it and keep sending that foot to the wall behind you or to the right side of the room while your heart and belly and pelvis are moving towards the left side of the room, which creates a bit of a back bend here. Release, re-extend the arm and leg. Turn, bring the hands to the floor, knee to the floor. Bring kickstand back in. One cat and cow. Inhale, cow, look up. Exhale, round it, cat. Back to neutral. Swing your left foot off to the side for the kickstand. Extend right leg, keeping toes on the ground. Turn sideways towards the right side of the room. Right hand up into the air. Side plank variation. Flex the right foot again, lift it up off the floor. Reach overhead with right hand towards the front of the room past your head. Inhale, extend in those opposite directions. When you exhale, bend the right knee, bring your heel towards back side. Reach back with this right hand, catching the foot or ankle if you can. And then send the foot behind you or towards the left side of the room while your heart and belly and pelvis are trying to move forward towards the right side of the room. So you create a back bend here. So this is why we did bridge pose as the setup. Let's inhale, re-extend, release and re-extend. Exhale, return to hands and knees. Bring your kickstand back in. One cat and cow, one full breath. All right, back to down dog. Tuck your toes, lift knees and hips, downward facing dog. Nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to extend spine. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come to standing, reach up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Excellent. All right, we have another round of balancing. Okay, this is one of our featured poses, so dancer pose. Okay, I'm just going to face this way. Let me first adjust my mat. Okay, so mountain pose. I'm just shifting my weight into left foot. You're going to pick up the right foot and kick it back behind you like this. So the knees are still aligned with each other, but just kick the right foot back, flex the foot. Take your right hand, palm facing forward, and then take the right hand out to the side and then behind you and see if you can catch the inside edge of your right foot. And then hug that right knee in towards left leg. Just kind of squeeze them towards each other. Then extend left arm up into the air. So we're moving into dancer pose. Bend the left knee, soften the left knee, the leg you're standing on. Hinge forward slightly, just a little bit. And then maybe extend the right foot you're holding back behind you, left hand reaching forward. So you can continue this process, bending the left knee to go down, even tip forward and down a little bit, and then extend, reaching through the back foot and this front hand. Meanwhile, even though the legs are not together, they're squeezing towards midline. Then rise up, squeeze the legs towards each other, releasing right foot to the floor, both arms up into the air, and then arms down by your side. So that's dancer pose. I'm just going to turn around for the other side. So start shifting weight into right foot. You might even soften that knee a little bit. Kick the left foot back. Left hand facing forward. Take the left hand out to the side and then back behind you so you can catch the inside edge, if you can, of that left foot. This is why we want to open up the shoulders, because it's really doing a lot of dramatic taking the shoulder back. Squeeze thighs towards center. Right knee is still soft. Let's sweep the right arm up into the air. Then bend the right knee more. Tip over a little bit, and then extend. Reach out through right hand, reach back through left foot. You can do that again if you want. Bend right knee, tip over like a tea kettle, and extend, reach out. That creates the back bend, the balance. Here we are, dancer pose. Rise up, squeezing thighs towards each other, releasing left foot to the floor. Reach both arms up into the air to find balance. Arms down by your side. Very nice. Okay. Let's do another flow here. We're going to inhale, take the arms up into the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Go ahead and bring hands to heart center. Let's add a twist. Breathe in, extended spine. Exhale, twist to the right side. Just adding a little bit more of a rotation here, a little bit of a twist. Inhale right where you are. Exhale, unwind. Place hands on thighs so you can stand up nice and tall. Take both arms up into the air, right away back into chair pose as you exhale. As you take your seat, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen through torso. Exhale, draw belly in and twist to your left now. So a chair pose with a twist. Inhale here. Exhale, unwind and actually fold all the way down to forward fold. Hold here for a moment. You can even bend the knees more if you need to. Little weight shift towards toes. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, bend knees more, plant your hands, hop or step back, plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a seat. You're going to hop forward, cross legs, take a seat. Extend the legs. Quickly, staff pose. Hands on the mat, nice and tall, lengthen spine. Long, straight legs, flex feet. All right, soften. We're going to bend the left knee. Pick up the foot, flex the foot, bring it up into your lap, close to the belt line. If you need that block underneath left knee, use it. Hold on to the shin or ankle and foot. Now, I'm going to free up the left hand, bring it around back, just kind of sweeping away, rotating at the same time towards the left. I'm going to bring my left hand all the way around, and the attempt here is to actually hold on to the foot. Now, I can't reach my foot. I just have the hand wrapped around my waist here. I'm touching the right hip, but I can't get the foot, and that's okay. Free up the right hand, reach up into the air. Exhale, fold out towards this foot. Now, remember this sensation because we're going to do this same pose standing. This is the half bound, half lotus, it's half bound lotus stretch. Half bound lotus stretch. Let's rise back up, right hand back up into the air. Bring the right hand down. Unwind, let's bring that left hand around to the front. Let's go get this left foot and re-extend the leg just to get everything re-extended here. Let's try that same thing other side. Let's bend the right knee. Pick up the right foot, flex foot, bring it way up onto the thigh. Up near hip bone. It's almost like you're going to take the foot behind you. Okay, that's what's going to help you grab hold of it if you can. Okay? Right hand sweeps around to the right, reaching all the way around, even just to low back, left hip, or grabbing hold of the right foot. And it's okay if you cannot. I'm not going to. But we're going to inhale, take left hand up into the air, exhale, fold. Half bound lotus stretch. This is the seated version. We're going to do this standing. So you can see half, because we're only doing one leg at a time. Bound, because initially or ideally would be bound, holding on to this foot. Lotus, and of course we're in a half lotus here. And we're stretching because of the fold. Okay, let's rise back up, re-extend left hand up. Bring the left hand down. Unwind, bring that right hand around. Let's go with that right foot. Re-extend the leg. Staff pose. Right there. Boat pose. Lean back, bend the knees. Float the feet up. Long spine. Inhale here. Let's move right away. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice full breath, fill up your lungs. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Feel that nice stretch there. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come to standing, reach up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Alrighty, let's put a sequence together. Okay, we're going to be doing our 2 featured poses. Now the featured pose, we did seated. We are going to do it standing, and we're only going to be doing it once through, okay? But let's start with dancer pose, and just follow me. Dancer pose. Let's start by shifting weight into the right foot, okay? Kick left foot back. Left hand, palm forward, reaching all the way around so we can catch the inside edge of that left foot. Hug thighs in towards center. Soften right knee. Inhale, take right hand up into the air. Hold until you can find the balance, and then we'll tip it over. Bend the right knee, go down a bit. Tip over like a tea kettle. And extend the left leg back, right hand forward. One more time. Bend, tip, extend. Dancer pose. Now, I'm going to be releasing this left foot. We're going to step back into high lunge. Release foot, step down, way back behind you. Bring both arms up facing forward, high lunge. Opening warrior 2. Side angle, reach out, rotate arms, reach up and down. Bring the left hand down behind you. Roll left shoulder back. Nice opening there. We really just did this in that dancer pose. Inhale, re-extend the left hand up into the air. We're going to twist it. Revolve, turn, bring left hand down to the floor or block. Rise up onto tiptoes. Make sure the spine is fully extended. Sweep the right arm out to the side, opening up towards the right side of the room. Bring right hand down behind you. This is that binding action that we were attempting when we get into the half-bound lotus stretch. Inhale, re-extend right hand up. Exhale, turn both hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Bring both arms up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Let's get into that half-bound pose. It's going to be set up kind of like tree. We already did part of the setup. Start shifting weight back into right foot. Pick up the left foot, left knee forward. Swing the knee out to the side. Let's slide this left hand down to grab the shin or ankle. Bring that heel over towards right hip bone up by your belt line. You can let that knee drop. I'm holding on to the foot with my right hand. So I can take the left hand up into the air, but bring it around behind me, attempting to grab the foot. And I still can't get that foot. That's the bound part. But I can plug this foot strongly into the upper thigh. So I can free up the right hand, reach up into the air. One more movement. Inhale. Exhale, fold. So it's the same posture. You can use a block here for balance, or the seat of a chair or table. So it's the same as the seated version. Okay, we're just balancing on one foot. Half-bound lotus stretch. We're going to rise back up. Hinging back up, right hand up into the air. Unbind that left hand. Both arms up into the air if you're able. Bring the hands down. Let's grab that foot. Uncross it. Let's set the foot down onto the floor. Both arms up into the air to realign. And your fold. I'm sorry, just arms down by your side. Sorry. So we're still in mountain pose. Take a breath. Whew. Let's do the other side. So we're starting with dancer pose. Shifting weight now into left foot. Kick right foot back. Right hand forward, but reach around back, catch the inside edge of the foot. Hug inner thighs towards each other. Left arm reaching up into the air. Bend the left knee. Tip forward. Extend. One more time. Bend the left knee. Tip over. Extend. There's dancer. Okay, we're going to high lunge. Releasing right foot, set it down behind you, land on your toes. Both arms straight up, look forward. Inhale there. Exhale, opening warrior two. In side angle, so we're basically in this basic flow here, reaching up with the right hand, but now bring it down behind you, low back. Roll the right shoulder back just to keep it open. Inhale, re-extend right hand up into the air. Revolving, bring right hand down to the floor or block. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Make sure spine is extended. Left arm out to the side and up, rotating. And bring this left hand down behind you, perhaps to a right hip. That's that bound part. Inhale, re-extend left hand up. Turn both hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog. With a good exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend your spine. And fold. Nice release there. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, come to standing, reaching all the way up. Exhale, arms down by your side. All right, that final pose, I'm going to face you doing it. But do shift your weight over into your left foot. Pick up the right foot, swing the knee out to the side. We're going to grab that shin and ankle, maybe with both hands. Bring that heel over to left hip, nice and high. That knee might drop. Right hand up into the air. And then bring it around behind you. See if you can grab hold of this foot that's in front here. Or if you can't, I'm just kind of pushing my hips back a little bit so I can just leave this foot right here, just plugged into the upper thigh. Taking left hand up into the air now. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take your time. Use a block or a chair or a wall to help you balance. Pretty dynamic posture, I have to say, right? One more breath in and out. We're almost there. Let's go ahead and hinge our way back up. Do your best. Rising back up, keeping this balance. Yes. We'll bring the right hand around and up into the air. Bring both hands down to go get this foot, this crossed leg. Let's uncross it. Set the foot down onto the floor. Let's go ahead and re-extend the arms up into the air. Let's flow. Make our way down. Swan dive. That's it. We did it. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, hands to the floor. Hop or step back. Plank pose. One last chaturanga right here. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. Let's go to the ground. Take a seat. Kneel down to take a seat or hop forward. Cross your legs and take a seat. Roll down onto your back. And once you're on your back, just go ahead and hug your knees into chest. Some gentle movements here, maybe some circles. Some deep breath. That was pretty dynamic. Some good flow, some challenging postures for sure as we took a stand. Take a stand with some challenging balancing positions. Let's quickly take a happy baby pose. Getting into the hips a little bit more. Deep breathing. So really just taking some of these nurturing poses just to help to restore, catch our breath. We're going to finish with a twist. So you can release the feet, hug both knees to chest, and then send both knees over to the left side. Extend your right arm off to the right side. We'll take a few breaths here. Just want to make sure I give you plenty of time in Shavasana. Pretty dynamic sequence. We had a lot to do just to get everything set up to get into those two poses. How about 2 more breaths on this first side?
And you can return to center. And then knees to the right, left arm to the left. And how about 3 more breaths here? And when you're ready, just return to center. Maybe one more hug of both knees towards chest. If you need to or want to take any additional poses here, please feel free. And then move into Shavasana, or you're very welcome to move into Shavasana right here. Just giving you a good amount of time so you can fully release and relax. Legs long in front of you, arms down by your side, maybe palms up. Taking a few deep breaths, and with each exhale, just feel your body just melt into the ground. And if you need something soft underneath you, like a pillow or a blanket, please feel free to use those wonderful props. Slow, steady breaths. Maybe you're gazing upward past the ceiling, or maybe you have your eyes closed and just take your journey inward and just feel the body relax. And of course, you can stay here as long as you need to, fully relaxed. Even as I end the practice, you're welcome to stay right here. When you're ready to move, start by taking 5 slow, deep breaths while in stillness. Gradually feeling movement return to your body. And again, you're welcome to stay in complete stillness and remain in Shavasana for a little longer if you'd like. Eventually feeling movement return. And sometime after that 5th breath, carefully rolling onto either side of your body into a nurturing pose. Continue to move in slow motion, guide your way up to seated. Find a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthened spine, maybe with legs crossed. Let's take one more roll of the shoulders and relax the shoulders, arms, and hands. Take a breath here in stillness. And one more movement together. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up into the air. As you exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Take one more breath in and out. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow saying, Namaste.